Unleash the potential of AI for your business. Join me as I reveal 5 game-changing ChatGPT functions. Get ready to revolutionize your business with the power of ChatGPT and AI. Welcome to my channel. I focus on teaching forgotten business principles, specifically the intangibles of business that can help that professional take their business to the next level. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you find this information helpful, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Today looks a little bit different because I'm going to be sharing my screen because I want to share some very helpful information and I want you to be able to see it. So does all this AI talk have you scratching your head? What is it, and can it benefit your business? Is it something to fear?
It is new. It is different, and therefore we should fear it. So keep out, for Pete's sake.
I'm going to age myself here a little bit, but I remember when the internet was first introduced. Like a lot of us, we had no idea what this thing was. I remember sitting in front of somebody who's like, am I accessing an encyclopedia? Because back in those days, encyclopedias is where you got all your information. If you don't remember what it looked like and what people were saying, I get this little clip that I think you'll enjoy.
It spans the globe like a superhighway. It is called Internet.
Critics say one danger is this could turn out to be an elitist system, one available only to people with a computer and a modem.
Computers, databases, and consumer electronics, designed to put vast amounts of information at users' fingertips.
And thus widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
In 1995, some 10 million people regularly used the Internet.
Millions of Americans own a personal computer. If you're one of them, you can now glimpse the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month.
Just what is this main artery of the information superhighway?
It will replace the yellow pages as we know it today.
There it is, violence at NBC, GE.com. I mean,
well, Allison should know.
What is internet anyway? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate with, I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
You know, at least when you're home, if the phone rings, you have the option of not answering it. On the internet, people can send you messages all the time people you don't even want to hear from.
Sorry, Neil, what am I looking at here?
Oh, apparently the show has this new thing called a website.
Website.
Yeah.
And just think, how much does the internet impact your life each and every day? This is how AI will impact your lives going forward, and maybe even more. There have been many questions surrounding ChatGPT as well. I didn't expect an AI to be capable of holding a conversation like this. I find it fascinating and a bit unsettling at the same time. It's mind-boggling how it can process and generate coherent responses so quickly. I'm concerned about the potential biases and inaccuracies that could arise from relying solely on an AI for information. So if you're not familiar with what ChatGPT is, here's a quick brief intro to it. For example, if we compare side by side, Google, it gives links to the answer that you are seeking. Well, ChatGPT, just like you hear in the name, chat, it's a chat function. So you ask a question, it's going to give you the answer, not sources for the answer. So that's the first one. The second one, let's say you ask a question and you get this very long, detailed answer. And like a lot of us nowadays, first of all, we're very busy and we don't have the patience, but we don't really feel like reading it. Then what you can do is ask them to summarize it and go actually even shorter. So that's why ChatGPT works compared to looking up Google or any other kind of internet search. So in summary, Google is a search engine that retrieves web-based information based on user queries, while ChatGPT is a language model designed for conversation interactions, providing human-like responses based on its training data. So if you think AI is from the devil, or you think it's sent by angels, you have to get on the right side and understand it and see the benefits of using it in our business. So here we go. I'm going to give you 5 purposes that can help you with your business today using ChatGPT. Now today specifically I am talking ChatGPT. But there are other AI services out there. But what I'm going to share with you today, you can do for free using ChatGPT. So stick around through these because I have a little bonus I think you're going to enjoy at the very end of this. First off, here are 3 quick tips to help you get started. Number 1, make your questions very clear. Now, one of those differences that I specifically have seen, and more recently, I've tried Googling things, and Google really doesn't understand what I'm asking. And if you start getting too detailed, then it starts kind of seems like it doesn't seem to know what you're talking about even more so. ChatGPT is the opposite. The more detail you can give, the more it's going to understand your question and the more it's going to give you a better answer. Number 2, it's easy to assume that AI is very intelligent, and it is, but don't assume that it's giving the right answer or the right answer for you. Make sure you read through it and look at it to define the fact, is it really identifying what you're trying to say or what you're trying to figure out. So let's jump onto the computer and let's get started. Okay, you can start by searching ChatGPT in Google and clicking on the proper one, or you can go to openai.com. So what you want to do is you want to try ChatGPT. Okay, the first time that you open this up, it's going to have you set up an account with your name and email address. I've already started something, so already have one, so I'm going to be hitting a new chat or just starting down here in this bar. Okay, now that we're here, I'm going to give you tip number 3. This might be for some people may not care here, but this is pretty cool, is that you can train it to understand your voice, your dialogue, what you use, and you want to train it to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick here. Okay, so what I've done is I have actually gone in and copied some of my manuscript, and what I'm going to do is ask it to figure out my writing style. So here we go. So this is about 10 pages or so of my manuscript. What's actually cool is it's actually explaining what my writing style is. So based on the provided writing sample, your writing style can be described as informative and reflective. You provide explanations, examples, and personal anecdotes to support your ideas and convey information. You also reflect on various scenarios and offer insights or lessons learned from those experiences. Overall, your writing style is analytical, focused on conveying information and exploring different perspectives. So now that you have an example of or a sample at least of your style, now you can do is you can ask it to write things in your style, which is pretty cool. So I actually have one labeled. It's my more advanced writing style. You also may want to do some where you actually are being a little more creative and more fun, and you can do one for that as well. So this is very helpful when you're going to be using it to reply or to create emails and different things. So I'm kind of getting ahead of here, but these are opportunities for you to do it using it so it comes out really good and detailed, but it's also sounding like you. So here we go. Let's get into the list. Number 1, content creation. Now this is one of those things I like to say is it's one of the things that sometimes a lot of us don't like, we don't want to be a part of, but it is a necessary evil in marketing and getting the word out. So that's social media. So if you're doing your own social media, this will actually take off a lot of pressure and help you, because some of the biggest issues is coming up with content. What am I going to write about? Am I going to make it sound good when I do it? So this is really cool. So you can help with blog posts, social media updates, product descriptions, or email newsletters. It can provide creative ideas, draft initial content, and assist with proofreading and editing. So for example, we can do this one. Create a social media post that gives 5 good reasons to buy from small businesses. You can put some emojis in there, makes it a little fun. You can make it more detailed, you can make it less detailed. For example, we'll see here in a second. So here we go. So you have 5 different reasons. We're gonna get into all the details here, and it even gives you some tags at the bottom. Now let's say it's too long. Maybe you want something a lot shorter. And there you go. 5 reasons to buy from small businesses. So it's that simple to create content. Here's another one. Create a social media post that explains why you would want to buy clothes secondhand rather than new. In case you have a secondhand store and that's what you focus on. Why choose secondhand clothes? Sustainable fashion, unique style, affordability, vintage vibes, ethical shopping. So that is number one. Help you come up with content for social media. Again, I said social media here, but again, you can do newsletters, you can do a lot of different things. Just feed in an idea and let it give you more. And the more idea, the more we can put in detail, the more it's going to give you back. Number two, answer your emails more professionally. I feel pretty good about my writing. A lot of us, it's a weakness, and that's understandable. It's fine. But this will give you an opportunity to answer something more professionally. So I'm going to give you an example. Here's an email. I'm going to just paste in something I created myself. But it says, hello, I was in your business last week. I was not happy that I stood around for 10 minutes before anyone came up to talk to me. Then when they did, they weren't very apologetic and they weren't very helpful. I have been coming to your business for years and I have always been treated well before this time. Sincerely, Mike Adams. So, what's the response? Dear Mike Adams, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We sincerely apologize for a negative experience you had during your recent visit to our business. We understand your frustration and we deeply regret any inconvenience caused. We value your continued patronage over the years and we want to assure you that this isolated incident does not reflect the level of service we strive to provide. We will address this matter with our team to ensure it doesn't happen again in the future. Please accept our apologies and we hope to have the opportunity to serve you better in the future. Just to give you an example here. So let's say you do this, but you want to just reward them. Looking at this here, dear Mike Adams, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We sincerely apologize for the negative experience you had during your recent visit to our business. We understand your frustration. We deeply regret any inconvenience caused. We value your continued patronage over the years, and we want to assure you that this isolated incident does not reflect the level of service we strive to provide. We will address this matter with our team to ensure it doesn't happen again in the future. To show our appreciation for your feedback, as a gesture of goodwill, we would like to offer you a $10 gift card that you can redeem during your next visit to our store. We hope this will help restore your trust in our business. Please accept our apologies once again, and we look forward to serving you better in the future. This is pretty cool. This is life-changing. This will make things so much easier for you. Now, obviously, again, as one of the tips earlier, make sure that it actually reflects your business. If it goes a little astray, it might not sound like your business. So just again, read it, make sure it makes sense, but then you can copy it and send it. And it's actually easy to copy it. You just hit this, boom. Now you can paste it into your email platform or into a Word document, whatever it is that you need it in. So use number 3, use it to come up with ideas. So here's some examples. What are good ideas to help motivate employees? Maybe you're having an issue with employees, keeping them motivated. Here's a great thing here is what are some great ways to motivate those employees? Recognition and rewards, clear goals and expectations, professional development, and so forth. So a bunch of ideas there. Sample 2. What are good ideas on ways to engage a community in my business as a gym? So specifically your type. Community events, partnerships and collaborations, workshops and classes, community outreach, social media engagement, local sponsorship and advertising, referral and loyalty programs. So again, 7 great ideas that can help you as a gym reach out to the community. Okay, let's do one more. What are good promo ideas to get people to come into my shoe store? Limited time discount, buy one, get one, BOGO offers, seasonal sales, customer loyalty program, social media contests, collaborations and influencer partnerships, personalized shopping experiences, pop-up events, referral programs. Now let's just say you like this one, the social media contest. So then we ask, as a continued question, we'll get more detail. Could you give me more details on the social media contest listed above? And it's even conversational, certainly. Here are more details. And you can ask for a specific number. Say, can you give me 10 of these? The 5 best whatever it may be. You can get more specific if you want, but this gives you a great idea. Number 4, a business agreement. Okay, before I go any further with this, I wanted to specify I'm not an attorney. I don't know a whole lot about the law. Tackle this carefully, but I want to show you an example. For my business clients, I decided to ask if they can give me a agreement for my business coaching. Could you please provide a great agreement for business coaching that outlines how the client will need to put in the work to see the results? To be a good client, you have to be able to do the work. Otherwise, obviously as a coach, you're going to fail. And so will the person, and then they'll blame you as the coach. So I wanted that in there. So you can see, nice coaching services, client responsibilities, confidentiality, duration and termination, fees and payment, and it goes through a long list of things. Now, if I wanted to, I'd come back to this chat and I want to make some changes to it, I can do so as we've seen above. But this gives you a great basis if this is something that you need to determine if it's going to work or not. Number 5, clarify this. So we've seen that we can create an agreement. Can we have them clarify? So if you have a legal document, per se, something that you get from somebody you're working with, you can ask them to go in and take that document and make it into more simple English. Or sometimes we're short on time, we're rushing around, and then you get that person, it's a client or whoever it may be in your life that tends to be long-winded. They send you one of those long emails. You can pop that into ChatGPT and say, hey, can you simplify this message to make it shorter and easier? Or you can use it to summarize an article. Say you're doing research for business and you don't feel like reading the whole thing. So let's give an example. How about quantum physics? And you search an article and you find this and you say, all right, now I'm going to read about quantum physics, and you start going through this and it looks like a lot of great information, but how can we make this easier? So what you can do is you can go back, you can copy that and put it in ChatGPT again and just ask, can you please summarize the below article in 100 words or less? Quantum physics is a study of matter and energy at the fundamental level of covering properties. Or just ask, please explain quantum physics in 100 words or less. Okay, so those are my main points that I wanted to share, but real quick, I mentioned a bonus. So here's the bonus. What's really interesting is I actually got all these ideas for this video from ChatGPT. In fact, I narrowed it down to just a few of these, but and some that I've actually been using that weren't on the list, but just to give you an idea, here's some examples given to us by ChatGPT for helping your business. Some of these are going to take a little bit more advanced. You may need somebody that knows a little bit more about computers to ingrain it into your website or whatever it might be, but it also will write a program for you. It writes code for you. It does a lot of other things that are beyond me personally, but it can help you if you are really technical in that manner. And what is also cool about this is you can ask for some content and then you can actually ask for more. So when I get my ideas for a video, I put together a script. Then I take that script and I insert it into ChatGPT, and then I ask for these following things based on my script. What would be a great title for this video? What would be good thumbnail ideas for this video? What is a great video description for the video? What is good social media posts using this script? What are great hashtags? What are great keywords? You can ask a bunch of questions that follow up to this particular content. One of these great tips, this is outside of ChatGPT, but if you're doing content, how many places can you use that same content? For example, if I have a long form video, can we break this up into 5 quick shorts for YouTube or reels? How can we take that material or make it into written content into several social media posts, or take it up and make it into a script for a podcast? So many things that you can do with it to expound upon your material. The bottom line is however you can enhance your business, do it. If it's using AI, then just do it. Because you've already seen and you see so many more options, and there's more things that we're going to learn as we go forward that we can use AI to enhance our business. So use that, take that tool and make it work for you so that you can become a better business and elevate your business. So I have a question. Are you using AI? If so, how are you using it? How are you using it to benefit your business? I'd love for you to comment below so we all can see it and share and learn and grow together. Until next time, to your success.